Hi everyone, I'm Paul Poirier. I'm an ice dancer.
Hi, I'm Madeline Schizas and I'm a single skater.
And this is Athletes on Athletes. I got these wonderful questions that have been prepared for me and we'll just riff off of that. What kept you interested in skating? Like beyond just starting to learn to skate, what kind of got you hooked in?
Honestly, I'm a very social gal and all my friends were in skating.
Okay.
So I think that kept me interested through some of the challenging years. Mm-hmm. I got started in skating because I wanted to skate.
Yeah.
My dad was the one who taught me how to skate originally, but there's no skaters in my family. There's no skating background at all. Like I wanted to skate, my parents taught me to skate, and then I got into figure skating and just kind of stuck. But I'd say through those kind of like middle school years, it was definitely like my friends being at skating. And I was in like a sports study program with the school, and so that was just like going to the rink was as much a part of my day as going to school was to some extent. Like I'd always talk to my parents or whatever, like they'd be like, do you still like it? Whatever, and I did. But I think like the fact that it was baked into my day definitely like kept my interest more so than it being like my parents moving heaven and earth for me to skate at a high level. Yeah, like I got lucky that I lived in a community where we had like one of the few in the GTA with a good sports study program and organized. It
permitted you to skate and do the things that you wanted to do without changing too much of the rest of your life.
Yes.
And like, did you have like an aha, like, of like, oh, this is gonna be like my job? Does it? Because I didn't, like, I wasn't one of those like 10-year-olds that was like, I'm gonna go to the Olympics and I'm gonna skate for the. I was just like, oh, I like this, and then.
Oh, it's kind of fun. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me about you.
But like for me, it's like very gray when the switch kind of got flipped, and I was like, oh, okay, this is serious now.
Honestly, I qualified that spot for the Olympics at 2021 Worlds. I was like, oh shoot, I'm kind of good at this. I qualified as a spot to the Olympics. I'm kind of good.
Yeah. It's funny, for me it was kind of similar. Like I remember in 2003, they announced the Olympics were going to be in Vancouver. Mm-hmm. And Carol, one of my coaches, said like, you're going to be there. And I just kind of laughed at her because I was like,
I did that to my coaches.
I was pre-novice and I'd never been to a nationals before. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is ludicrous. And then we were maybe 2 years out, and my partner and we placed fourth at nationals. I was like, Anyway.
Yeah, no, same thing. Like I had a few moments like that. One was 2020 nationals.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I didn't care.
Yeah.
Because I cared, but I was like, oh, Piper brought her dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to go pet the dog in between my skate, my warm-up, and my performance at Canadians. Everyone else is freaking out, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to go pet Piper's dog in the change room, right? Like dumb things like that. Like I was like a kid, right? And then I medaled at nationals and I was like sitting there. I'm like, oh my God, I could have won if I hadn't done all those single axles. I did 4 of them here at nationals.
I could do 4 single axles. So
yeah, I did 4 of them that year, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, if I had just done like 2 doubles, I would be Canadian champion. Look at that. But I definitely wasn't that kid either who wanted to I wanted to go to the Olympics, sure, if I was asked, but I'd be like, let's not bank on it.
Yeah. But that's probably refreshing. You didn't put too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah, I can't understand. I mean, to each their own, but the kids who are like that and the families that are like that, I mean, to each their own. Everyone has their own journey, but I think that to an extent, like the balance I had and the balance I continue to have, like my family doesn't care. They don't care if I skate. Mm-hmm. Like they're happy that I skate, but like if I decided tomorrow I didn't want to, like life would go on. Mm-hmm. So I think that it continues to give me some balance. Okay, I'm gonna ask you, what's your favorite part of skating with a partner?
I think my favorite part of skating with a partner is having someone to bounce things off of, to react to engage with, to play with, to adjust for. There's something I find really interesting in that nothing is ever constant. And I mean, that's kind of always true, like the ice changes and your body feels different every day. But there's another person that you kind of have to get a sense of, when I'm working with Piper, like, how's Piper feeling today? And how is she moving? Or is she moving faster today or a little bit slower today? And how do I need to adjust and adapt to that to make it work for the both of us? And she's kind of doing the same thing at the same time. And so it's kind of like this constant back and forth. And, we're at a point in our partnership, we've been skating a long time, where that's not something that always needs to be openly communicated, so that's something that we can just like sense off of vibe and feeling each other's energy, and as we start to skate together, we can get a sense of where the other person's at. So this is very like synergistic thing that feels really fun and really engaging and really cool in a sort of way. I also think it's just nice to have another person out there through how stressful skating can be, how difficult it can seem, how impossible some of the tasks you're trying to get through can seem. It's just nice to not feel so alone in it. And I guess you have your coaches and you have your people around you, but when you get on the ice, you are out there by yourself. You're out there by yourself. And I did do singles for a long time, and so I know what that's like. And, you know, so when I did them concurrently, I always found it so nice to have that other person there to kind of just like be there with me through the, like, you know, no matter what happens in these next 4 minutes, like, we'll get to the other side and we'll like still be together, you know, like we're still just like going through this. And that's really reassuring and really nice.
Don't brag too much about it.
Sorry, am I rubbing it in?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Well, I was gonna ask you if it makes you less nervous when you get out there, or if it's the same but just like doing it together.
It's sort of hard to tell. I got to a point when I was competing both disciplines at the same time where I just didn't have enough time and energy in a day to train both disciplines to the highest level. And so singles kind of took the back seat. And so then when I competed singles, I did feel more nervous, but I don't know if that's because I was less well prepared for it, or if it's because I was by myself. And like maybe it was both of those factors at the same time. It is reassuring to have that other person there, for sure. And I'm sorry to rub it in again, but maybe I'll stop now. What are some qualities that you really admire in skaters? Like when you watch skating, what do you look for? What do you admire? What do you go for in your own, you know what I mean? Like what do you think makes a skater great? Whether that's something you see in other people or something that you strive for yourself?
That is an interesting question because there's so many answers.
Yeah, of course.
My favorite skaters to watch are ones, people say that make you feel something, but I don't necessarily think that that's necessary.
Okay.
I like a performance that start to finish holds my attention because it's beautiful. It's been detailed, like start to finish, nothing out of place. And like skating at that level, I appreciate how hard that is.
Yes.
Because you fall once or you know, like something goes off, and there's so many things that can go off. You can like pull something too far into a corner and whatever, right? Like just, there's so many variables that when you see like the person that can skate a full program and the whole thing is just, it has been perfectly detailed, nothing out of place. Like, I think that is what impresses me the most. Like, the ability to skate programs like that, because it is so, so hard.
Overall, when I'm watching skating, like the thing that I enjoy the most is when I watch a program and I can really see who the skater is. Like I get a sense, I really get a sense of who they are and where they're coming from and what they're trying to kind of put out into the world. I really see them as a person and I see them as an artist, and that's really unquantifiable, I know. And so it's really like a feeling that just comes out of the performance. So I don't know, yeah. So I feel like I'm always drawn to skaters with a strong sense of identity that really kind of set themselves apart, do something that's very uniquely them, if that makes sense.
Well, that's what you and Piper have kind of done throughout your career.
I guess so. I guess it's because it's something I value. It kind of ends up being the way that I approach.
Like your programs are often
skating.
distinctly you.
Thank you. That's a big compliment in my eyes. So I appreciate it.
I thought this was enjoyable.
Yeah, I think we did well. What did I learn about Maddie?
I feel like I could have guessed some of these things about you.
Yeah, like they check out. I think. Yeah, I don't know if anything super surprised me, but we've spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
We've been traveling a lot. We've been on tour together. So
like all of this kind of checks out.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
At least we're true to our characters.
Yes.
Yeah.